What's up guys, my name is JodyCook5 and welcome back to our player review on the channel today. But it'd be much appreciated before we get into things if you're able to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Today we have the brand new Team of the Week card, Olivier Giroud. We're going to run you through these stats, show you some clips, and then we're going to talk about him afterwards. And on his card then he's got 80 pace, 87 shooting, 79 passing, 81 dribbling, and 85 physical. He displays a 3-star with a lengthy acceleration type with a medium work rate. Bit different to your normal average striker, but there's definitely some decent attributes to take out of here. As I say, there's some normal stats that you would normally not really have, with like being the medium work rates, the 3-star, but it's definitely a card that you can't underlook, that is for sure. Coming about a 38,000 coins on the market, but obviously you'll be expecting for it to go down as it gets packed even more. And in terms of the chemistry style, I applied the Hunter, which upgrades the passing, the shooting, and the pace, because I felt like it was a big factor that I really need to look at within this card. He already has some amazing shooting stats, as you can see on your screen right now, and it's absolutely phenomenal, to be honest, how good he is in terms of being in front of goal. 92 attacking position there, 91 finishing, 90 shot power, 90 volleys, 92 penalties, a lot of 90 stats there. Decent on the short passing, 88 there also, with good dribbling stats being 94 reactions, 94 ball control, with 93 composure. One thing I would look at, and there's a big standout to a kind of what would put you off a normal striker, is 65 stamina. Not something you would really want with a stamina in terms of being so low. It's definitely a factor where it kind of works in a bad way, especially where you need to be able to have everlasting within a game. As well, that agility and a balance doesn't really look good at the same time. You already kind of get a feeling that this card would be quite clunky and quite slow on the ball, which is definitely the case in some areas, but we're going to talk about a bit more in detail later on in the video. This card displays 4 play styles, which is good, and it has a main player style also that includes decent volleys and decent things like that. Obviously, we know how good he is in terms of that, with the goal against Atletico Madrid for Chelsea and that amazing Puskas award he won for that goal against Crystal Palace. The 4 play styles he does have is the power header, the aerial trait. He also has a trivela, which is a very good, and the acrobatic plus. Something that's a little bit different within the actual card itself being that sort of play style. Obviously, it suits him to a T for what sort of player he is. It depends if it aligns yourself with the play style that you use in game. Someone like myself, if I'm crossing it into the box, I normally aim for the head more than anything, and volleys aren't something that I normally use within game. You could maybe assert your play style to this sort of player, but it's completely up to you. 4th play styles on offer, not too bad. I would have preferred something different in terms of the actual playstyle plus, but I get why they've chosen it at the same time. With that being said, we're going to show you some clips and then we're going to talk about him afterwards. After showing you clips then, we're going to talk about a few things I did and didn't like about this particular card. The pros that I found were finishing, heading, physical, ball control and short passing. His finishing is absolutely superb. I'll get into his weak foot in a bit later on in the video, but his finishing overall is absolutely perfect. As soon as you get it on his left foot and you're able to hit it on the trivela, it's pretty much guaranteed a goal. Short range, long range, he knows where the back of the net is. Absolutely phenomenal from Olivier Giroud, to be honest. If you can get it on his left peg and you can know you can get a trivela, and his play as well, he's got that play style, so it's an added kind of gift to this card. His heading is nothing short of but phenomenal, to be honest. Every time it gets to his head, it's pretty much a goal. There were some points where the accuracy was a little bit off, but that might have been down to myself. Most of the time, though, he's got a decent presence with being very tall, and he enables himself to be in the right position with a high attacker position on his card also, and bearing in mind he has the power header trait. His physical sides are really good. Very hard to push him off the ball. He's very grounded. Feels like he's able to hold his own, get past defenders, and be able to shove them off to side to side. And same for his ball control. Really good. Every time he received the ball, he didn't take a heavy touch. He's able to go, when he is on the ball, he's able to dribble it really well, and he just feels very good in terms of that aspect of his game. The last part was his short passing. I felt like he was able to link up with the other players around him very well. I felt like he'd play in a two much better in terms of two strikers up top, just so he can play off of one another, bearing in mind he is a slower player, but the short passing was really good, bearing in mind he's got a high stat on that also, so something that was really impressive when it came to that sort of stat in his card. The cons that I found were the weak foot, pace, stamina, agility and balance. Unfortunately, if it's not on his left foot, it doesn't really seem to be able to go into the back of the net. It really struggles on his right foot, and it's very kind of point where it is a bit of a downer on this card. Don't shy off his finishing though, because his left foot is absolutely phenomenal, that is for sure. His pace isn't bad, but it's nothing special. I don't feel like he's able to really beat defenders for pace. He needs to be in the right position at the right time, or you need to be in a good dribbler to be able to get past players in that scenario. His stamina is woeful, in all honesty. 65 stamina is probably the lowest I've seen in many cards in this game. I understand why they've done it, but it's nothing that really gives you that sort of advantage whatsoever. Most of the time, you're going to be substituting him, and anytime you get into extra time on foot champs, you're definitely going to have to make that substitution. The last part was agility and his balance. He's very clunky, that's for sure. He doesn't possess that sort of play where he's really sort of that sharp-edged player, but he's definitely not that sort of player anyway. He doesn't have that in real life, so I understand, again, why they've implemented them sort of stats, but it's definitely a downer when you're trying to go dribble, weave in and out of players. It's definitely really hard to do. But this is a card that costs 30-odd thousand coins on the market. We can't slag it off too much. It possesses a very good attributes in the actual card itself. He can get you goals. He knows where the back of the net is. I played 5 or so games with him, and he was really good, to be honest. I really enjoyed using this card. Something that you might be able to implement if you have an Italian league kind of team, if you have a French team, or if you want to do previous kind of teams from the Arsenal and the Chelsea, depending what you want to use him for. Maybe you want to bring him off the bench for the headers and everything else like that. He's definitely a card that shouldn't be underlooked, and it's definitely a card that I enjoyed on, even though I've noted a fair few cons. With that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers!